Hello, my name is Pat Dirksey. I'm the pastor here at City Church of Compton.
Hi, my name is Armand Davtyan. I moved to the United States with my family in 2015.
Hi, I'm Bobby Lopez from Passion Church LA. We exist to bring hope, health, and healing to the heart of Los Angeles.
Hi, my name is Chuck Henderson. I'm the senior pastor of Relevant Church, Inland Empire, in the city of Fontana, California.
Hey, what's up, Manna and supporters of Manna and all that you do? My name is Eric Vasquez, and I'm from Purpose Church here in the city of Pomona.
Hi, Pastor Hector Salcido here, co-pastor of Journey Church in the city of Fullerton.
Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and I'm the pastor of People's Church, Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Pastor Mike from Encounter Christian Church here in Bellflower, California.
Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Peter Watts Jr. I'm pastor of the Rock Church, which is a church plant in South Los Angeles near USC in West Adams.
Hi, my name is Pastor Tomas Ivens. I am the lead pastor of this church planting Ethnos Community Church in the city of Bellflower.
Hi, my name is Devin Duell, and my wife and I planted the Commons LA here in Westwood, Los Angeles.
The City Church of Compton started 13 years ago with just a conviction that a city's transformed from the inside out. We came into Compton not feeling like we were saving Compton, but wanted to partner with the good people here and just believe deeply in incarnational living. That the Word became flesh and blood and moved in the neighborhood. We wanted to do the exact same thing and simply seek out the needs and what God was already up to in the neighborhood and join in with those things.
I moved to the United States with my family in 2015 as missionaries. I know it may sound a little weird because historically US is the country who sends missionaries, but in 2014 a very dear friend from Texas who is a missionary had that in his heart and offered that thing, and we find out that the Lord is really leading us. So we arrived to the States, we find out that in Burbank, California, there is a church who is praying for an Armenian pastor to plant an Armenian-speaking church. Without knowing him, we knew God is opening doors. So we started our journey with that church, Media City Church in Burbank. And in 2017, we planted Armenian-speaking church.
We're in the urban areas. We started out as a at-risk youth program, and as those at-risk youth grow up, they wanted a church, and we're starting to reach more and more every day and grow more and more every day. Our at-risk youth program goes into high schools, juvenile halls, foster homes, wherever we can go to reach our target group. And as it grew and grew, the kids started to come into Christ. As they came to Christ, we started to reach out more and more and develop them. They became leaders, they got older and older, and then they asked us for a church. We saw that church grow, we saw them grow, and every day we're growing and growing to reach more kids that are hurting and broken. We have young people and older people. Now we see families coming in, and we just see so much growth.
In 2020, I started a group with some pastors called On One Accord, and we were able to come together and discuss some of the things that were taking place in our nation, in our communities, around the race issues that were taking place during the pandemic. And we were led to launch out from there to do more things by working together, by partnering together. And one of the things that we came out with was an Adopt a School initiative here in the city of San Bernardino.
First and foremost, at Purpose Church, we believe in everyone, everywhere following Jesus. And so what that did is it really put a vision in our heart to do something called microsites. So we have intentional initiative to care for the poor, for those who are marginalized, those who would never step foot on our Purpose Church campus. So we decentralize, we come into the barrios of the neighborhood, the neighborhoods in the city, and we contextualize the gospel and have faith gatherings happening in places like Renacimiento.
We have been around for 5 years, and we are doing our best to create bridges between our local church and who we are, where we live, work, play, study, and worship, because I believe that's where discipleship happens. Our goal is just to equip people and allow them to be who God's called them to be in every area of their life.
We are a mobile church. We started during COVID, right in 2020 in the fall, and a lot of people we found were hungry for God, but in places the church wasn't typically going. And so we wanted to be a church from the beginning that would go to people who don't have access to Jesus and His kingdom.
We replanted what was Bethel Reformed Church in 2014, and our vision was to glorify God by immersing ourselves in the gospel, making disciples, and unleashing compassion in our city and beyond.
Our mission is to be an urban multi-ethnic church that embraces the whosoever's and impact our community. We have a vision of loving God and loving people by being rooted in the gospel, rooted in Christ, and rooted in our community.
We are a community church oriented with the families, blessing this community through many people, including different cultures, which is great to see how God has been working in the attitude, in the characters, in the process of discipleship and develop leaders in this community.
We started the church 6 years ago, specifically with the vision, rooted in 2 Corinthians 5:14 and 15, where the Apostle Paul writes, "The love of Christ controls us." And then later he says, "For we have concluded this, one has died for all. Therefore all have died, and he died for all, so that those who live would no longer live for themselves, but for him who for their sake died and was raised."
Manna allowed us to begin to dream about how things could look different. We have used our space consistently over the years, but even with an irrigation system, we couldn't get grass to grow because so many kids were on our property and playing. And Manna began to allow us to dream about what could be, and were the ones who began to give the grant for us to begin to use the space.
In 2021, I had in my heart to start a Russian ministry, a small group, because we had some Russians without knowing what's coming on. And then when the war started between Russia and Ukraine, I found out that a lot of friends who knew me started to call me that they want to come to the States. And we as a small, newly planted church started to help them whatever we can. So through this grant, we have been able already help like 14 families with basic needs, furniture, school supplies, food, free housing, whatever they need.
The Manna grant has allowed us to go into schools and teach a life skills program and juvenile halls and foster homes that'll help at-risk young people understand more of the skills that they'll need in order to reach their dreams that God has given them. Through that grant, we're able to develop relationships with these young people, and eventually, as we grow with them, they end up coming into being part of our community and developing in their relationship with God. Eventually, they become leaders, and we see them becoming Christian leaders in their communities, whether that's South LA, East LA, any neighborhood or hood in California.
We started off with a school called Lincoln Elementary, which is not far from here, and we were able to bring in 3 initiatives. We have some staff appreciation events that we did there. We have an All Pro Dads initiative, which is an initiative that brings fathers and father figures on campus at the school, and as well as a Camp Cold Kids, which is a STEAM-related summer camp that we were able to bring into the school as well.
We partnered with the city. The city gave us this location at no cost to us to now hold our Sunday gatherings. The gatherings start with a meal, so we break bread together. It's a true Acts 2 movement. We give thanks corporately. We want to make disciples who give thanks in all things. And then we have a word where the gospel is presented, gospel-centered preaching. And then we have small groups where we sharpen each other, encourage each other, pray with each other, kind of debriefing that. And then, of course, we care for their basic needs.
I want to say thank you because of what it creates. It's not only a platform for us to continue to do what we do, but it's in those spaces that we get to see some of these mothers come in when it comes to the well and really give them back value and dignity. Reinforce that they are daughters of the Most High. Creating a safe place where the church is not a place where there's hurt, but the church begins to be a place of healing. And it starts to process in some of these women.
We have already begun using funds that Manna gave us. One of the things that we wanted to do is being able to raise up leaders from the motel, equip them to lead Discovery Bible Study in other locations. So we have a woman who is a mom of 2 kids, well 3 kids, but she's got 2 in the motel with her. And so we already got her started on an internship because of the grant that we got.
This summer, we got to do that with the help of the Manna Grant by hosting a 5-week summer day camp. We have connections with a nonprofit called Caring Connections, which my children's director is the president of that. And Caring Connection actually helps the caseworkers in all of the Bellflower Unified School District schools.
We have a network of house churches all around the greater Los Angeles area, which includes West Adams, Pico Union. Also, we're expanding now in Orange County area. And so we have about 6 house churches that are all connected to one another right now who are serving the people and communities where those houses are. And so our biggest initiative and our biggest call is in the education space. And so we have a lot of people in our churches and in our church community who are educators and administrators and of course students and parents who are caregivers of kids that are in schools as well. And so we feel like God has called us to be a faithful presence in the public school arena.
And I have a great experience applying for this grant that basically our church is focused in basically 3 areas: mentoring, health, and immigration. What this means? The main is that many people in this area in Southern California are immigrating from different parts of South America and Central America. And this is our first program being focused exactly in people who are arriving in the last 3 months, 4 months, maybe 1 year, looking for a new opportunities.
What we've started to realize as a church is we need to actually be proactive about pursuing and prayerfully discovering where are the people that Jesus wants to send us to: the poor, the marginalized, the oppressed, the widow, the orphan, the fatherless. And so we started searching and we ended up actually finding that only 2 miles away from this place that's filled with affluence and ambition is the largest group home in all of Los Angeles County. It's where people that don't yet have foster kids, that don't yet have a family to be received into, go until they find a home.
So some of the funds that we're using are helping us to launch a discipleship class tomorrow in an apartment building where 2 families now are living there from the motel we've been in for 2 years. Both of them got placed in this same apartment in Pacoima, which is just about 5 miles from where the motel is. All the locations we have are kind of in this triangular area of about a 5 to 6 mile radius. And so now we're starting this new discipleship class called Rooted.
We had at least 300 kids signed up for summer day camp with an average attendance of 100 to 120 each and every day. We partnered also with the Bellflower Unified School District, and they provided us snacks and hot lunches for each and every one of these kids, which is a blessing because sometimes that's the only meal that they get.
We got blessed by MetaSoCal to continue the work that we're doing in the education space. And so we're launching our first ever summer camp that we call Summer Institute because we work with young Black men who want to be teachers in the Los Angeles area. And this gives them an opportunity to be in a low-stake environment in a school setting to get used to what it looks like and what it feels like to be a faithful presence as a call into education as their ministry.
What we found with Manna was the ability with their grant to implement much more engaging events and activities. We could bless the kids in a way that they didn't even expect was possible.
We are using it this week for Art Camp and celebrating 10 years of doing that. But just previously, we had a soccer camp here. There was 70 kids and adults playing soccer on our space. And it is a constant use over and over again with people in our neighborhood. And we're just so grateful for the investment of Manna and the gift that they gave to us, which begins to feel like we get to be a blessing to our neighborhood. So thank you for your investment.
From the depth of my heart, on behalf of our congregation, we want to say a big thank you to Manna Mercy and Justice organization, all the team members and supporters. May God bless you. Keep doing this work because this is has a great impact for the kingdom. We are grateful. God bless you.
I just want to thank all the donors of Manna, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. While you're providing the resources that you spent your life to give, you're giving life to the community and to the programs that are helping these kids change their lives. And by changing their lives, you're changing the community lives. So thank you for your sacrifice.
But we're really excited and really grateful once again for the Manna Grant, for helping us to be able to expand and to advance the kingdom of God through these initiatives that we're doing.
Again, I just want to thank you on behalf of our team, on behalf of Purpose Church, for blessing us with that Manna Grant. This is the first time we got it, so it was a big win, and we celebrate that, and we just so appreciate your support to our ministry. Thank you so much.
That's why we say thank you. It's not only giving the church the opportunity to be in proximity of the community, but you're also allowing the gospel to be formed and giving a spark into the lives that are around us. So thank you for that.
So we're really grateful for the grant that they've given us, and it's a huge blessing. So many families are being blessed by it, and thank God for Manna and for this partnership.
Manna, thank you. We couldn't do this without your help and with partners like you, and so we're just so grateful for you guys. God bless you, and we hope this inspires someone.
Thank you for all the support, churches, individuals. I think we're doing a great job in the expansion of the kingdom of God in Southern California. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. If you are a donor to Manna Grant, if you're considering being a donor to Manna Grant, just thank you so much for what you're doing and how you are allowing churches like ours to make an impact that we wouldn't otherwise be able to make.
So we want to just say thank you for your kind and generous donations of what you are doing to expand God's kingdom in this way for us. My name is Pastor Peter Watts of the Rock Church, and we are just thankful again. Peace.